But yeah, that was on the previous track, so I guess it'll just be there. Anyway,
Is it started?
yeah, it started.
Okay.
Um,
How much is it?
it was like 100. I think.
100?
Yeah, I paid like 100. I mean, I could check real
I
quick.
dropped that. These headphones are like 100.
Yeah.
And they're pretty good. I got talking to this. They're pretty good. Yo, okay, but we gotta start this.
Oh, like right
Okay,
now.
yes.
Oh.
Yo, what is up? It's your boy Devin, DJ Black Sheep. Yeah. Is this a shitty way to start a podcast?
Yeah, kinda. I'm out. I guess I'm
we'll,
Elvis.
We'll make edits.
Okay, whatever.
We'll make edits.
So you're Devin?
Yeah, I'm Devin. Yo, what is up, YouTube?
YouTube?
What is up, YouTube?
We're not even there yet.
Nah. But what's up, man? We don't have a title for this podcast, so we're like every other 20-somethings that made a podcast with no plan in mind. It's your boy Devin, DJ Black Sheep. If you know my SoundCloud, I only have like 100 followers, so I don't know what.
Kicking the thing.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm already fucking up. Yo, the tip to yo pencil fell out. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. I'm playing with a pen. But yeah, Devin Andrews, DJ Black Sheep, and I can't make fucking noise. Yeah, it's a learning progress. It's a learning process all around. And I got my boy Elvis with me. Elvis, introduce yourself, please.
Yeah, my name's Elvis. I guess my PlayStation handle or Twitter handle is like King of the Homeland.
King
of the Homeland.
of the Homeland.
Nigeria doesn't even have a king, but like
They got a chief, don't they?
I mean, they have tribes and
You might not be able to tell from our voices, but Elvis and I are both black. So if we casually drop the word nigga, you don't have to like get in an uproar.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's not immediately obvious.
Yeah. I speak the Queen's English.
the African American vernacular.
The vernacular. That AAVE.
AVE.
That AAVE.
The Ave.
But yeah.
All right.
Can we introduce? I guess we are the stars of this podcast. Take it or leave it. I'm Devin from Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
Elvis is Nigerian, but from Tennessee as well. So
It's like it was like 10 months.
10 months.
Like I've basically grown up American, but
Yeah, he's never seen Lion King, so that's always fun.
I was in the presence of it, but
What do you mean the present?
like it was playing, I just wasn't paying attention.
What?
I mean, like I just had other things I was looking at. I guess I didn't have a smartphone at the time, so I don't even know what I was doing.
Playing video games.
I guess.
I definitely had a DS before I had a smartphone. Mario and Luigi, partners in time.
It's like kept you company.
Shout out. Dude, yeah, but like, so again, we're just some 20-something starting a podcast. Hopefully this will like gel into something. Really, we're just doing it to kill time. We always have like fun things to talk about. Maybe we'll like, we always have like some road trips. Maybe we'll like bring the mic into the car, get that recording. I'm gonna bring some of our friends into here. We got some interesting friends, but for now it's just me and Elvis getting this off the road. We don't know if we'll post this, but who knows? Who fucking knows? So we got some. I was just saying, man. I don't know.
We got some what?
No, like, what are you doing with your hands?
Oh no, I was trying to tell you like speak up. Cause,
Speak up.
yeah, because like, I'm looking at the waveform. It's pretty like mute right now.
Shit.
So
Well, we might have to do everything.
I mean, I
again.
can just maybe hopefully amp it
We
up.
can fix it in post.
Yeah, we'll see.
But yeah, man, we got podcast points. I don't know. We are recording, so like I'm gonna put like we got podcast points. If you can see here, it's just 5 fucking things, dude. It's not even like anything solid. Okay, so what are we gonna Smash Bros.
What about Smash Bros?
I fucking love that. Like Ultimate.
Yeah, what about
I
it?
fucking love that game.
Dude, which ones have you played so far? Like, you play all of them until now, or?
Yeah, I think I played like the first one on N64, but I was
Yeah.
never like really into it. I was definitely like that was my first introduction to Smash Bros.
Oh, yeah,
I was
same.
trash. I didn't have a GameCube growing up, so I never played Melee like that. Like I would play it, but I never got into it. The first Smash Bros. Game I really got into was the one on the Wii, and like it was my first, so I was definitely that kid using like the nunchuck and the remote casually. Then like I started playing with Elvis. He like gave me a GameCube controller, and I was like, oh, this is the way. Like this. What have I been doing? And I like threw that away. I didn't throw it away because for some reason you can't start a Wii without a GameCube controller. Nintendo.
Wait, you mean you can't start a Wii without Wii remote?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Nintendo.
Like,
Yeah. We'll fix it in post.
something like that. It's whatever. I'm gonna just like mess with this real fast.
Yeah, go for it.
There we go.
This is gross. Hopefully we're like endearing enough, and people will be like, they're figuring it out.
It's
But
like
most people will be like, what the fuck is?
it's like the grassroots type
The
of
grassroots.
like roughness. It's like
It's like if we ever start a YouTube channel and like get big, people would be like, I was there when they were shitty. It's like
I was there when they were sharing a mic.
it's like the start to every great podcast.
Of course.
If you watch, it's like if episode 1 of a podcast they have 2 mics already, like they've done a podcast before because people are like, we just use 1 mic, and it's like no.
It's like,
Get the fuck out of here.
It's like,
I can hear that it's 3 of you on a couch sharing 1 mic. I can hear it.
one of y'all like shifting towards it, trying like, you hear the other one like mouthing, but like mouthing whisper, hey, get closer, get closer. It's like,
Hey, stop fucking it up. Stop.
oh my god,
This is our big break. Stop. It's like, okay, dude, the podcast. But yeah, I was playing Smash Bros. Ultimate. Dude, that game slaps. Like, that's the first game I played on the Switch.
yeah.
I, like, brother, I love playing it, like, handheld. Like, it kind of made me want to get into, like, the 3DS one, but not really, because it's a smaller screen. But, like, this is just perfect enough where I'm like, yes.
So like when I played the 3DS version, honestly, it felt so foreign to me because like
It's so small.
it's so small since there's no like
Did it feel
second set
good,
of
though?
bumper.
Like, it's just like, what the fuck is... How'd they do that? Did they just make, like, one of them shield and the other dodge? Or were
One of
they
them
both-
shield and the other grab.
Oh, okay, that's how they did it?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so.
And my muscle memory wasn't really trying
what the
to
fuck
deal
is
with
that?
all that.
I'm pretty sure, like, Nintendo's about their money. You definitely could have bought, like, an adapter to, like, give yourself extra bumpers.
Yeah. I mean, I was playing it on the Friends. Like I never owned the 3DS, so
Yeah.
but yeah, Ultimate is like
What was that shit, man? It
Honestly,
feels
though.
good. Like, you know, I'm not... Like, I like fighting games, but Ultimate, like, it feels free, like, compared to, like, Tekken or, like... Compared to, like, Street Fighter. Like, I cannot get
Yup.
into Street Fighter. Street Fighter feels, like...
stiff.
rigid. Dude, rigid. I like bought it once because like, you know, this is like when I'm trying to get into video game culture. It's like I gotta play the classics. So like I didn't buy like old Street Fighter because hell no. But like I had a PS3, so I bought like the one on there.
Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, I think so. What is that? It Street Fighter 4?
Yeah, Street Fighter 4.
I bought it, played it, and I was like, who? Like, cause you know I was like trying to get. I definitely like watched tournaments, and I was like, yeah, that's gonna be me. Then I played it. I was like, what the fuck? These combinations are... I gotta casually remember how to do all this shit? Dude, like, it's a whole nother thing.
Honestly.
Like, Street Fighter is the kind of game where, like, you definitely main one character because it's too much to remember all the combinations.
Yeah, like for me with fighting games, honestly, fighting games kind of started with me when I was 4, because the very first video game I remember playing was Tekken 3.
Damn. Capoeira.
Oh, like slick though. So like it was the jam pack demo they had on PS1. So like,
Oh, damn.
you can only play like Eddie Gordo. With
Eddie Gordo. Oh, for those of you who don't know, in Tekken, Eddie Gordo is a character, and his fighting style is capoeira, and that's like if you watch Bob Burgers, you're very familiar with it, but it is an actual thing. It's like a fighting style originating from Brazil. It's like dance kickboxing, which is like the American translation of it. Capoeira, am I right? No. But yeah. So that's his whole thing. Like if you play Eddie Gordo, his whole thing is like he'll stay low to the ground. If you're playing against him, it's just like
if you ever play him online, the person's just gonna be cursing at you the entire time.
fuck you. It's
But-
like if you pick Eddie Gordo and play online, the person just auto quits. They don't even like go through that.
Honestly though, like I'd be ready to do that whenever someone comes up with me on that. Like
Yo, what were you saying though?
Oh
Before I
right,
rudely
so
interrupted?
yeah, like so I've always kind of had a soft spot for Tekken, even though like a lot of people kind of describe it as slow or like a little bit like rigid. I never quite felt that way because
Tekken, if I had to rank it, like the 3 from like rigid to like fluid, Street Fighter, then Tekken, then Smash, and like that's such a wide range.
we like completely like left out the whole realm of like anime fighters.
Oh, that'll be a special episode.
No, cause like that. I don't know.
Those vary so widely. Those can go from like rigid to smooth.
See, but the thing with me is that since most, like probably the fighting game I play the most up until
Fucking Persona, that Persona fighting game.
yeah. Well, that was my first like anime fighter.
What was it? What was it called?
Persona 4 Arena.
Okay.
So it's like I guess for those of you who don't know, there's like an RPG. There's a role playing game series called Persona. Most recent one's Persona 5. I'm sure like you've heard of it. Hey man. But yeah, so after they released 4 back in 2008, they were releasing a bunch of spin-off games. So like in 2012, they released a fighting game called Persona 4 Arena. So it's like you would think that for like a spin-off licensed video game, it's gonna be, oh man, this is gonna suck. But then you play it, and it's pretty legit. Like,
I only played like once.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember from that game is like Ellis and I were like roommates our freshman year of college, and every time he would get a win, like KL would pop out, and me and our sweet mate would just go like, "Cow!"
Oh man, y'all.
And I was
already pretty tilted.
"Cow!" He would like play online to get his ass beat. KO would pop up. All you hear is "Cow!" Cow! Jeez. There's other shenanigans that happened in that dorm, but we're talking about Smash Bros.
But yeah, like what helped me get into that game coming from like a Smash Bros background was the fact that like I guess granted I guess it might be the difference between like hard and soft combos. Like, are you familiar with that?
I have like you say it, I have like a rough idea.
Okay, so it's like in Smash Bros, a lot of the combos you have in there are like soft combos because when you try to pull off a combo, it's not always guaranteed whether or not it'll hit or it'll fully execute because your opponent can influence the direction in which they go.
Yeah, like dodge out of it, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah,
and things like that.
that.
So it's like with Street Fighter a lot, or not Street Fighter. I'm not really too sure about Street Fighter, but like
fuck that game.
I don't know. It's so rigid. that
that
Mortal
game.
Kombat, Injustice. Like,
I say fuck Street Fighter, Sonic Fox just runs up on me. It's like, oh god, no.
No, like I don't think the game's bad. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't feel
it's not my cup of tea.
like I can't move enough. Yeah. Like mobility's not good enough
like
for me.
I love watching like Evo competitions and people at the height of Street Fighter skill level play, and I'm just like, yes, this is how the game was meant to be played. Then I played, and I'm just like, what? I can't even get a Hadouken off. Like, come on.
It's a quarter circle punch.
God damn it. It's like.
But yeah, like Smash Bros. I don't know. Like, I guess it's sort of platform fighter. I don't know. Some people claim it's not a fighting game.
It's a it's a party fighting game.
Some people.
Shut up. It's a fighting game, man.
I feel like it's people being pedantic, but
it is.
Like
it is.
I'm not really having that discussion.
It feels if Smash Bros isn't a fighting game, anyone who says Smash Bros isn't a fighting game is shitty at Smash Bros. There, I said it. You're trash.
Okay.
There it is, 2019.
Like all 2 listeners, including us.
Whoa. Now we're gonna have like 10 listeners by the end of this. It's gonna be lit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but who's your favorite character
in Ultimate?
Yeah.
Man, you just asked me to like name my main.
Yeah. Who's your main?
It depends on the situation. Like I feel like.
Okay, I'll say this. Let's do like 3 categories. No, there's only 2 categories. I'll say this. There's like your go-to main, like it's like this is my main.
Like if I don't know who I'm up against.
Yeah, it's like I feel comfortable with this character against anybody, even if I know they're shitty against that character. I know how they play enough to where I know what to look out for. Mm-hmm. Then there's like my troll main.
Yeah.
So who's your main? Then I'll go next.
I'd say. Like, if I don't know who I'm going up against and such, I'll probably pick up Toon Link.
God. Those fucking arrows.
Exactly.
Those bombs and arrows. Because and that shield?
I love it because it's like you gotta, like, it's kind of just a game of, like, the more you're able to control the battlefield, the more power you have. Because it's like, they're just trying to dodge it, and then, like, you kind of slowly make your way, and then, bam, knock them off the stage. Like,
that's how I felt playing Snake, just throwing grenades across the field.
Exactly. So
it's gross. My main is Lil Mac, just cause
fucking up.
Yeah. No, dude, my main's Little Mac. Like he has trash recovery, aerial wise speaking, you know. But my logic in that game is like if I can just rush them down and keep them on my momentum, because like always he likes to zone you out, but if you can get up to people and just like dodge their shit. It feels good when you play against like a zoning character as Little Mac and you get in their face to get combos off. Then they're like, oh shit, I need to get away from this guy. Then it's like just you chasing them down and they're on your momentum now. It just feels good. It feels like you get to set the pace you want to go with Little Mac.
I, I I feel that. I think like sort of what you're talking about is what draws me to someone like Fox or Sheik.
God.
Well, it's
Jesus.
because like
The fish.
so going back to what I was saying with Tekken.
Yeah.
Since I was only able to play those two characters, I knew Eddie Gordo was easy. So I was like,
Capoeira
we
on
only
their
it was like
ass.
Eddie Gordo and like
Oh.
Ling Xiaoyu and Ling Xiaoyu and Tekken. She's like one of those like fast, weak or weak but fast characters. So it's like she can be like very mobile and like you're able to get a lot of small hits off and eventually wear down your opponent.
Yeah.
And I guess like that's sort of
for you Overwatch players, Tracer.
something like that, yeah. So that's sort of the play style I've kind of come to like over the years.
A Kali? No, Kali just straight up nuked you, didn't
Yeah,
she?
she just kind of nukes you. I don't know about her
Is that still
now. She got
happening now?
reworked.
I haven't played League
She got
of Legends.
reworked.
She has?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I have League is one of those games I'm afraid to go back to because like I'll go in there. Like I used to play Mad League like my freshman to junior year of college, then it just dropped off, and that's been like 4 or 3 years now.
Yep.
If I get back into that game, I'm just gonna look at it and be like, who the fuck are these? What the? What? I gotta learn
Dad?
this whole game. Dad?
Oh my god.
Dad?
But,
Help?
but yeah, like so someone like Sheik, she's just really fucking fast, and it's like
She's
love
kind of strong, dude.
Yeah,
She hits hard.
exactly.
For a fast character.
And same for Fox. So it's like once you're able to get in their face, it's like all right, cut, like swipe, kick, get them out of the way. Eventually get your big hit off, and then they're gone.
Yeah.
She's a lot less punishing than she used to be like in Melee
Oh, man,
because
fuck her.
it was so bad, man. But
Dude, also, do you like to be disrespectful? Elvis.
What?
Do you like to be disrespectful in
okay,
in
it's
Ultimate?
okay. Before we talk about that,
Oh, we have to talk about our
is-
troll picks first.
Is taunting? Is taunting?
Taunting's like base level disrespect.
Okay.
Like just mad disrespectful. Like taunting.
Like what about
sure.
taunting after a kill?
Oh, that's you just have to.
That's why. But then some people see it as a sign of disrespect, though.
It's like fuck you, dude. Why else is the taunt button there?
Like, what am I gonna do within this time that you're dead? Like, just stand there.
I always feel weird when I play against people who don't taunt after getting a kill. I'm like, dude, like, you want... No, it's always... Fighting games in general are weird against... Competitive games in general are weird against people who don't, like, trash talk back or try to be disrespectful back because then I feel like an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm definitely that person if I get, like, a kill off in Smash Bros. I'm like, oh, yeah, nigga, that's why your ass weak. And, like, I expect that back. But if you're just like, you're being kind of mean, I'm like, shut up. Shut up, you weak. I'm like, no.
Oh.
You're weak and you're ugly.
Now take
about
that back
that?
to your mother. Oh my
Tell your
god.
mother she's ugly too. I know how genetics work.
Oh my
bitch. And he's just like, no, now you say stuff back. Now you say stuff back. I don't care what you say. I just need to feel the energy. Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, like disrespectfulness. Sorry, Devin.
In fact, okay, so if you
Like-
don't know, in Ultimate they introduced this new feature where if you get like a really big hit off, it'll like zoom in on the two characters and like be really cinematic and you get like this nice satisfying sound. And in that moment, if you're really good on the Switch, you can like take a screenshot instantly with a button. In that moment, when it zooms in, you can take a screenshot. So just imagine like you're fighting this person 1v1 and you're going like back and forth, like it's really tight and rigid, and they get like that one critical hit off and it zooms in on you. And like you're just like, oh man, he got me. Then they screenshot it and you hear like the little like, and you're just like, bro, what the fuck? You're just like, nigga, did you just
On top
No.
of that means they weren't using a GameCube controller too.
They weren't using a GameCube controller, the most optimal controller.
So it's just like
Ugh.
it's just like double disrespect, man.
Gross.
It was
Then like in the game
hilarious.
itself, you have like different characters who are disrespectful. So like my big troll, we haven't did troll picks yet. My big troll pick is Bowser, and like Bowser. So like your special moves are coordinated to the B button and what directional button you hit in Smash Bros. So like my most disrespectful move to do with Bowser is to like side B, and his side B he grabs them, flips into the air, and he'll move like a certain distance like horizontally, then like just dive down. And like on a lot of the stages, the point of Smash Bros is like knock them off the stage, and you can do that like any direction. But like with Bowser, that side B, you just grab them, then you flip off the stage and you kill both of yourselves. But like, let's say like you have like 2 lives and they have 1, and it's just like an insta kill, and they're just looking at you like, bro, like you didn't even try. What the fuck? Like, I love it. I love mad disrespectful shit like that.
I guess like my troll pick in that case, I think in Smash 4 it was Ganondorf, just because like back then
Disgusting.
you'd be able to like his side B, if you do it on the ground, then you like go grab him in the face, then just like blast them, and then they shoot straight down.
No.
But then if you do it on the air, then you like grab them and then like slam them on the ground. So if you're off stage, you grab them, you'll slam them all the way down to your death. And that can
Same as Bowser side B.
exactly.
Nah,
So
that's gross.
it's like, but I'm just upset because in Ultimate or back in the day, that would always kill your opponent first, so you can use that as a finisher if you both are at 1 health or 1 stock.
Yeah.
And then here it's like it always kills you first, so they are like, nah, we ain't having none of this anymore.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like,
I was like,
Interesting.
I can't do that anymore. I'm kind of sad about
It's like the
that.
game knows. It's like, no.
It's like
no,
not anymore.
No, Nintendo.
But
Give me
like
back my disrespect.
this time around, I think my troll pick has gone to be Isabelle.
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck her, dude. She's just explain her. She's gross, man.
so Isabelle's like an Animal Crossing character who, she's sort of like, I guess I don't know if whoever's listening, if you're familiar with Villager, then it's sort of like that. But some of her special attacks, one of them includes like a fishing rod, like her side B, and with that fishing rod, anything it touches, if it's an opponent,
It's fucking bullshit.
you can like just reel them back in and
bullshit.
throw them any which direction,
like, it
left
has,
or
like,
right.
And Isabelle, like as a character, just seems like a troll pick. But that rod, man, it has like mad launching. I swear there's like a multiplier on it.
And she also has like a slingshot she can shoot in the air, which like if your opponent's close to you, it's gonna knock them back a bunch.
I like hearing this out loud. It's like, how old are y'all? It's like, no, like that ass. How old are y'all? It's like, shut up, man. Look,
Hey, it's Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Man. Like, but I don't know. It's hilarious because she's just like a tiny little adorable character and shit. But she can just do all these
she'll
things
fuck
to
you up.
just make your life a living hell.
She'll make you mad, dude.
Exactly.
I thought this was a troll pick, but he's starting to become like a genuine like first pick. Olimar's thing is Olimar's from like the Pikmin series. Only real ones now.
Fuck Pikmin.
Wow.
I'm kidding. I never played the games. They just always. See that was one of those series as a kid that like I looked at and my like kid logic was like,
Fuck this game.
like that looks boring as hell. Like,
I thought it looked interesting. I had a GameCube though.
I don't know. I think it was just all the plants.
This guy. Elvis was that kid who watched Captain Planet and was like, man, fuck this whole premise.
Dude, I'm that guy that like just generally doesn't care for like jungle or forest areas in video games. It's like it's a bunch of trees. It's just so green.
Wow.
Like,
This Elvis instantly he like turned on like classic Sonic and was like, Green Hill Zone? Nah.
no. There's water. There's water in Green Hill.
There's
Zone. I'm talking
water.
about Forest Zone. Like,
Is that why? Yo. So you don't know this about Elvis? This man definitely turned on like Skyrim. Didn't even get 2 minutes into like the opening dialogue and was like, no.
dude, man.
Like he was like, I never played. I was like, so I like invited him over to my house, turned on Skyrim, let him start a new game. Like I was like down to like let him come over, use my PS3. Was it PS3?
It's PS3.
Yeah, well, use my PS3, like have his own save file, like because I want my boy to get into Skyrim. He turned that, and like if you know like the opening of Skyrim, like you can't skip that shit.
Dude, it's a bad opening.
It's a bad like I'm not like defending it, like it is a bad opening, but like he did like literally, it wasn't even long enough for him to know it was gonna be long. Like they said like 2 sentences, and he was like, nah.
Okay,
out.
that's not true. I got to the character creation.
No,
yes, I
not.
did.
You didn't get to the character.
Yeah, I did.
You got like into the stronghold and was like, nah. I'm like, you didn't even like make the dude like.
No, I got
You
to.
didn't even play the game. Like
That's true.
you didn't even like. I was so like, I was kind of offended. It's like, no. I'm like, bro, you didn't.
Okay.
You just got here.
Okay, Slick though, I never at the time I never actually explained like my bias with like I guess Bethesda Game Studios RPGs, so like the Elder Scrolls or Fallout. Something about like aesthetically speaking, something about those games just like never quite appealed to me. Like I remember
Wait, so
seeing
you didn't fuck with Fallout?
no.
Oh my god.
So like I remember seeing Oblivion back in the day. Like this was probably like 2007. This was like back when G4 was still a thing, and actually didn't do just cops.
Memories. G4.
So like,
what was that? Wait, I'm sorry. What was that one show where they had cheat codes on the show?
oh, was that
It was something
cheat?
like cheat. No.
Yeah, no, it was cheat.
It had a code in it. Like
No, it was just called cheat.
it's like G4.
Yeah, you want me to look it up?
Yeah. Look
Okay.
It up.
Like that.
Let's pull up that video with the.
No, we ain't that fancy.
Can we?
Yeah.
Look at
Oh,
this.
Sorry. It's not cheat. It's cheat.
No,
It,
my God.
like
It
has
does have excellent.
it has
Panic at the disco. It's not panic at the disco.
But yeah, like yeah, it ran from 2002 to 2009. But yeah, like
Memories, dude.
yeah.
That was an era.
Oh man.
Remember Code Monkeys?
Yeah, I like was off and on with that. I remember when I first saw it, I'm like, what's this 8-bit or 16-bit shit? But then like I watched a few episodes here and there. I was like, oh, this
if you
ain't
don't
bad.
know the difference between 8 bits and 16 bits, it's 8 bits.
We're not. I wish they could see your face right now. you got that like that meme. Your face was actually a meme.
Yeah, you call me ugly? I'll fight you, bro. I'll
Yeah,
fight you
I,
right
mean,
here.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, okay. What were we talking? Oh yeah, G4. Cheat.
No, I was talking about Oblivion. So,
Oh yeah.
So with Oblivion, it's like I remember seeing it and seeing gameplay, and you like walk around first person. It's like it looked like kind of cool, but then it's like they will talk to people, and the way the camera, the way. Okay, for those of you listening, like he just like flapped his mouth up and down like the old flaps back in the day before like games figured out
But like,
how like
in Bethesda, it was like hyper realistic. Not hyper realistic, but it looked realistic. But it was still definitely just opening and closing of the mouth.
yeah, and like
Moving the arms to emote, but like just imagine like a mannequin, like it's like yeah.
but like imagine this mannequin, like you're looking at this person in first person. This mannequin's just looking at you, flapping their mouth up and down. Their center frames,
dead
ass
eyes, not blinking,
exactly, and it just like
piercing your fucking soul.
it was just off-putting. I'm not gonna lie. Like for me in middle school,
Yeah, I won't lie. In middle school, a friend let me borrow Fallout 3, and I couldn't play it because it was too scary. Too quote unquote too scary. That's how. Well, I played it in college. That game slaps.
that's what I hear.
That game is the shit.
So it's like I understand, I respect those games. They just never quite like.
Yeah, it does. It definitely doesn't help that Bethesda is known for being not
Buggy.
buggy. That's the word. Like they're just like you ever like watch like a video of like that's the big thing to play a Bethesda game and see all the glitches, and it's just like when you pick up a Bethesda game, it's you go into it thinking, "Ooh, I wonder what's gonna be buggy in here," but it's just
But
like
you shouldn't
no.
have to. You shouldn't have to do that.
Like when I first started playing those games, I thought it was like quirky, but no, I remember like they would bug out. I remember like it would actually like overload my PS3. And like I would have to start the game over, not the whole game, but like
that was a widespread thing.
yeah, right?
Yeah, no, like that was like a legit thing. Like when they ported it on PS3, like
oh my god, yeah, I definitely played New Vegas, and like there were some sections where like there was just too much for the game, I guess, for the system to process. And it was just
so the thing with Fallout, not Fallout.
Mike's went out.
Oh what?
Mike's went out.
Oh my god, it's recording now.
Okay, so
There was a
we definitely had a
lengthy audio mishap.
yeah.
But yeah, so I was talking about Fallout,
Yes.
and I was just talking about how Activision like emptiness in the sense of like, so obviously 3D models in games, they're just like models. They don't have meat. They're not humans. They're not real things. Like you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. So it's like I remember playing like Tony Hawk back in the day when I was a kid, or like.
Oh, wait, hold up.
What?
What do you call Tony Hawk Underground?
We're not going.
do you-
This is a discussion for another. So.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Now you got it.
So like those games, they kind of have a level of. There's a level of weight that's like not present in a lot of those character models, and I just always associated it with the Activision games.
Yeah.
So
It doesn't help that the ragdoll physics.
yeah,
Those games are just.
I mean, you could have ragdoll and make it feel weighty. Like Halo does that to an extent.
Like the way you fall is definitely like, but Bethesda, it's just
Exactly.
What the fuck is that, bro? What's your arm doing?
But yeah, so like they kind of always exhibit, or Bethesda RPGs, like the big ones,
Yeah.
always kind of exhibited that for me, and something about it just never made me want to play it. Like Fallout 3 kind of had that Twilight green, like, you know,
Yeah.
that
It
filter.
just had green. Like the game was green. Like if you ever got like a box of Fallout 3, like it kind of had this green tint. Like that's the game.
Exactly.
The game is green.
So like whenever I saw gameplay, I'm like, this doesn't really ever look like
The
something I
like
want
New
to play.
Vegas is orange.
Yeah. Fallout 4 is colorful, but
Fallout 4 sucks though, man.
that's why I hear. Well, I hear mixed things about
booty
it.
butt cheeks, bro.
Booty butt
It's
cheeks.
booty butt cheeks. That was the first time I spent $60 on a game and hated myself.
I'm so sorry. But
Like,
yeah, I'd always been partial to Japanese RPGs.
yeah.
But even then, like, even some of those are kind of like the ones I gravitated towards when I was younger. I've kind of lost like some. I don't know. The magic's not always there anymore. Like Final Fantasy 15.
Just looks gross.
Well, I mean, I played it for 90 hours,
Oh,
but
dude, greatest Final Fantasy game? 13.
I played it for 90 hours. and,
Final Fantasy 13.
and
2?
dude, the music in that game slaps though.
It does. It really does.
Like it's actually one of my favorite soundtracks. I don't even know what you're singing right now, but like,
Yes. Oh, you can't see that on the mic. we might have video. We might.
we'll see.
This is me staring at my computer in the corner of the room that's picking up this video, but it's kind of shitty.
Bro, are you crying?
No, I'm yawning, man.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, logistically I'm crying, but like I'm not like, you know, I'm not a bitch. No, I'm kidding.
oh my god.
I'm not fucking punk.
You could cry too. It's okay. It's like I don't judge.
It's just hard being a black man in America. I say that voice, but I use that voice, but it's not sweet out here.
God. but yeah, like I don't know. I've kind of Final Fantasy 15. I think back to that game sometimes. Like every once in a while, I'm like, do I want to play the downloadable content, like the DLC for that?
Do I want to go through these problems?
I'll have to like reinstall the game. Do I care enough to like make room on my hard drive for this? Not really.
Do I even care about this game?
I mean, I don't know. That's one of those games that kind
Am
of
I
makes me.
still passively subscribing to this game?
I mean, I'll be hype as hell when the next Final Fantasy is announced, but like, I don't know. I've gotten to that point with games where
God, 15 was the one where everybody was hype about it. Then like time passed, and we were like, "Oh, this is
booty.
bad.
Oh, okay.
This is not done.
Yeah.
Put this hot pocket back."
But yeah, like, and it was just a lot of that, man.
I
Like,
remember playing it thinking this game's so fucking cool. Then I got to like chapter 13 and it was just like, what's going on here? Like I hate when you go from like an open world game to no. We're imposing stealth upon you. It's like, stop.
it's like
Get out of here.
there was a Final Fantasy 15 was kind of like a build up of like things that were wrong. Like the one thing I always talk about, because it's like they could have just made it a little longer, and by making it a little longer, I'm talking about like cutscenes in that game. It's just a small thing for me. Whenever a cutscene would end, it would just like instantly fade to black. Like they gave you like no time to take in what just happened.
Noctis. It's like, what?
I'm just like, man, it's like I'm not an editor, but like even I could tell you that you should have spent.
I didn't go to school for this, but let me tell you, you wasted your money.
It's like that ain't right.
You wasted your money.
But oh gosh, like I don't know. So I've gotten to that point with games where 10 years ago, I would have been. Oh, God, I could say that now. 10 years ago, when I was like 13, it's like I could have been like,
You old pussy boy.
"Hey, man, that's just life."
That's life.
Like
I'm gonna
the
be young
months
forever.
leading up to the game, it was just a consistent level of excitement and hype.
Yeah.
But nowadays,
I
it's like
remember
I could be hyped for a game, but the
No,
game will just like go off of my mental radar until like maybe the week or two before it's about to launch. I'm like, oh shit, we're almost here. Like that happened with Smash. That happened with
Did you play Spider-Man?
yeah, I did.
How'd that go?
Dude, that game's lit.
I want to get it, but I still need to finish. Like, I just gotta switch.
Yeah, I feel that.
I need to finish Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, like I was like that with Spider-Man too, as well. Like I'm going to be like I was like that with actually Tales of Vesperia, like the remaster version.
Is that good?
Yes, I saw you post on Twitter. I'm like, you know, I'm a Tales fan. You could have just asked me.
Oh, speaking of Twitter, that is the second bullet point. And that's a good segue. So I have a Twitter. I changed it. It's at DJ Noodle Arms. DJ _ Noodle _ Arms.
Man, that's not confusing.
Shut up. When I asked it, I was asking about Vesperia. What do you say? Vesperia?
Tales of
Tales
of is like the series.
Okay, I was asking about Tales of, but what Elvis missed out was I was definitely replying to a girl.
No. I think like I saw that. That's why I wasn't like
didn't reply.
That's why no, I would have replied, but she already replied back. I was just gonna be like all lowercase yes period.
It's like, bro, can you leave the conversation open? But yeah, so I'm not trash on Twitter because there is trash on Twitter, but I definitely follow attractive girls in the hopes that I will have an interaction with them because I'm lonely as fuck.
You're what?
I'm lonely as fuck.
Oh, I heard something else. I'm sorry.
Shut the fuck. This man. Yeah, maybe that too. I don't know, but no, it's definitely just. So my whole thing on Twitter right now is I follow attractive girls, right? So they post something, and my whole thing is, how can I slide into her DMs on the TL? TL is short for timeline, and that's just where everybody sees what you're posting. So don't get too wild, because people will flame your ass. So she posts something, and I'm just like, what can I say that's funny? But people see it, and they're just like, damn. Yo, damn, shooter, shoot. God damn. This man is a shooter.
Okay.
Like you see, it's like shit. This guy is a shooter. Oh my god. I hope he makes it. God, he said that. like, I can't believe that he. Shit, hey man, braver than me. Braver than me. But usually it's like I say something. Yeah, I know, man. I'm taking out the fucking keys.
All right.
Usually it's like I say something and there's like no interaction. I'm just like, well, should probably get back to work. I don't know. Nah. But
So
I like Twitter. It's like you find a lot of people. Because Tumblr kind of died off. So Twitter, you find a lot of people. You can definitely like cater it to what you want it to be. Right now, I'm like in a big anime kick. I'm trying to get back into anime. So I'm following like a lot of anime Twitter profiles just so I can like have it casually given to me. It's kind of like Reddit, but I don't get like a neckbeard vibe from Twitter.
jeez.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I feel like that it depends on the subreddit.
Well, they're cool niggas on Twitter. There ain't cool niggas on Reddit. What? What, Reddit?
I mean, like, I'm not disagreeing with that in the sense of like Reddit's like very organized.
It is. You can find very specific things. Twitter is definitely like I'm like wading through shit and I'm like, oh look, a shiny rock. Not a diamond, mind you. Just a shiny rock. Reddit, it's like, you want diamonds or shit? Just go right here.
Exactly.
Go to r/diamonds, r/shit. It's that easy. You want shiny rocks? We got r/shiny rocks. You want shiny rocks with a little bit of gravel? We got r/shiny rocks with a little bit of gravel. You want this oddly specific thing you think nobody's into? Swear to God, there's like at least one person supplying constant stream of content.
basically.
Twitter. So where I am at with Twitter casually, where I'm noticing a lot of people are just dropping ass pics, which isn't bad.
Like bare ass or
Like not like just like women dropping ass pics.
Like just showing off your ass.
Yeah, but like my whole philosophy is like, just drop the ass pic and go. Just drop the ass pic and go. Don't be like, I worked out today. It's like, no, shut up. Drop the ass pic and go. I know why you're here. Drop it and go. It's like, yeah, I walked my dog. Shut up. Drop the ass pic and go. Look at my new pant. Drop the ass pic and go.
Man.
Wow, I'm out with my friends and like they're in a pose. Drop the ass pic. I don't care.
Is this gonna be like a hashtag? Drop the ass pic and go.
Get your retweets. Get your likes. I know you sat there for 5 minutes trying to come up with a caption. You didn't have to do that. Just be like, well, girls who post a picture and are like, well, here's my ass. I'm like, thank you. Drop the ass pic and go.
God.
Don't try to make it a whole thing. Don't try to start an interaction. Get your likes. Get your retweets. Go.
So yeah, I've had Twitter for a few years now.
Yeah.
I'm still new to this whole thing. Like I just barely use it. So I've been like slowly trying to figure out this platform. I sound like an old man right now.
You are, man.
Man, I just don't frequent.
I'm 23.
born in the
Born in the 90s.
But yeah, like I don't know. It's been interesting. Like this past week, I've been just kind of like more frequently browsing it, like making it part of my you know, like everybody has their phone rotation. Like for example, like their internet rotation.
You want some people to follow?
Huh?
You want some people to follow?
Actually, yeah.
I follow because they're people too. Trying to make a buck in this. I follow a lot of sex workers.
Mm-hmm.
I complain about ads on Twitter, but it's definitely like, you follow. What did you think was gonna happen? But I definitely follow a lot of people. No, so this is how it happened. I didn't know they were sex workers. They were just their profiles like a big titty girl, like a girl who was cute in the face, had big titties, and I was like, yeah, obviously I'm gonna follow her. And like it also helped that she was like, I'm really into anime, or like I play like Nintendo games casually. I'm like, yeah, marry me. What? Marry me. I'm gonna follow you, of course. Then it just turns out she's like, oh, buy my news. I'm just like, oh, buy my video. I'm like, oh, you do this. Twitter is weird, man. Like there are no rules. I swear there are no rules.
That's kind of the basis of it. It seems.
Yeah, but I feel like that was what was happening with Tumblr. And Tumblr was like, no rules. So I'm like, so is Twitter just
like
gonna
Tumblr
be like
was like that for years?
Yeah,
though.
right. I feel like, so is Twitter just gonna be like a cesspool, or is Twitter one day gonna be like, no, clean it up?
Well, the thing with Tumblr is that like, weren't they concerned about like potentially like there being like child pornography? Wasn't that like part with Tumblr? Sorry.
Yeah, I think so.
Like that was like kind of what like part of what instigated that, which I understand that.
Yeah.
It's just. I stopped using the platform years ago.
It's a more efficient way to go about it. I don't know.
It's a touchy spot though, you know.
Yeah, it is, because it's like we just want the website to be open for everybody. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like you introduce like NSFW features, and at that point, it's just like a parent being a fucking parent. Like I don't know.
I don't know. Well, it's weird because like Snapchat, like I thought about that with Snapchat like about a year ago. It kind of crossed my mind where I was like, what responsibility does Snapchat hold in? You know they have like Snapchat saves everything that gets set on there,
Bruh.
And exactly
everything.
Exactly. Like you know they save everything, so it's like, what responsibility does Snapchat hold? Because it's like, you know, they have like people sending nudes through that platform. Dude, including like mine.
Snapchat premiums. Like, come on now.
Huh?
Yo, so like, if you're a sex worker, or not even that, if you're just somebody who like wants to sell nudes, most people do is they set up like a Snapchat premium. So like you have to pay to see their Snapchat, and usually what they'll do is they'll just like post like videos of themselves naked or doing sexual acts, and like, you know, because you know, people with money are horny. You can pay money to see these things when you could just go on the internet For free. What?
What's that? Please,
Well, yeah, some
expound.
People, I don't know. It's weird. It's not like you see it across different things. Like you see it with Twitch.
Oh yeah.
Like if there's a hot girl, she's like, I just want some more bits. And guys who like never talked to a girl are like, I got $10 and hope in my eye. it's like okay, go off, man. So like they'll like spend money. So you can do it like Snapchat Premium, just like. So I pay $20 a month and I get to see videos of her naked. It's like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Do you talk to this chick? I've never met her a day in my life. Yo, you know you can like go on a website and get like an infinite amount of that.
It's like there's this
for
thing.
free?
It's like called Tinder.
Tinder.
They got Bumble now. It's
Pornhub. If you just want to cut out the middleman, I don't know.
That too. It's like
Craigslist.
You
I don't know.
No, that's not a thing anymore.
That's not a thing.
They discontinued that. They're like, no, we ain't having this.
Yeah, we know what you got. We know what you degenerates are doing.
Oh no, they knew, but that was also another thing with like they didn't want to be held responsible, or like there was the growing concern that there was like actual
like sex trafficking.
Yeah, and
yeah,
it's the
that in
deal.
itself is a whole thing because like they're actually not even from the whole sex trafficking thing, but people who like legitimately used it as a platform to do sex work.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like, where do I go? And you know, a lot of conservative people will be like, well, get a fucking job. And it's like, oh, it's that simple. It's that simple. 7 billion people in the world, and all walks of life are that simple. Hey, fuck you, man.
Man, that's a whole nother can of worms about like whether or not like.
Remember we were talking about Twitter? Yeah, that's a whole nother can of worms, man. Yo, this is what this podcast is. We just talk about things. The first episode is going to be us talking, and if you guys like it, if we get 20 views,
listens,
shut up.
However you want to do it.
if we get 20 streams,
hits.
we'll keep it up. Hits.
There we
go. Digs.
Oh no! Don't bring that back.
You remember Digs? Oh, we are old. We are old.
Quote unquote. It's like I remember.
I feel being old in this generation's easy, just because shit moves so fast.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, like in the 90s, you watch a TV show, it's like there's 20-year-olds, it's like they're so young. It's like, nah, bro, I feel old as fuck. I have no idea what high schoolers are doing.
Like right now?
I have no idea.
I mean, like I remember I was driving home New Year's Eve. I was driving home New Year's Eve. I like turn onto my street.
They're doing Fortnite dances.
They're doing Fortnite dances.
They're hitting that floss.
No, they're hitting that Orange Justice. Like as I pass by.
Yeah.
Like, I could not help but laugh. I was dying. I was just like, this is happening right now.
This is happening.
But I mean, Fortnite's fun.
Yeah.
Like anyway.
Like, how much audio? What's the time on the audio?
No, we're at like 50 minutes. Like I thought you were wrapping it up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. We're still talking about Tinder. Nah.
No, you can save that.
No, we're not talking about Tinder.
Man, I already started the wrap up.
We have.
Like that when I mentioned Tinder would have been the best. Whatever. This is the
podcasts are hard. Yeah, but let's just wrap it up. I'm tired, man. I gotta work tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh shoot, it's already 10.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
Yikes.
I'm not even gonna shower. I'm just gonna wake up and be gross.
All right. So yeah, this is the podcast which is yet to be named.
Yeah, it's your boy Devin, DJ Black Sheep.
You got King the Homeland.
King the Homeland.
Just call me Elvis.
Soon we're gonna
that's my real name.
Soon we're gonna have the PF Chong on here, and we're gonna get a bunch of other we have other friends. We just don't know their go-to handle yet. We'll see. Chrissy Cakes. I think she changed her name. I don't fucking know. Brittany's always changing her fucking name. She's Gurf Ninja now.
But like the handle itself is
Nuamichi. I've never said her handle out loud. I just see it. I'm like, yeah, that's her.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's
like
her.
whenever she comes on, she can pronounce it. Like,
how do you say that? I don't know.
It's like Brittany.
Fuck, bro. It's like, yeah, but hey, we're gonna wrap it up. Most likely, we're gonna let our boy Paul, who will be on here on a later episode, do this if this is like viable to post. It's just something rough. It's just something to get out there. Obviously, as it goes on, it'll get better. Like, he listened to this, I feel like we started off rough because it was like, what the fuck are we doing? Then we settled into it. So hopefully, like, we come off as endearing, or Paul will do his thing with a motherfucking edit. And I don't know. But yeah, I hope to keep this up. Like Elvis is going to Seattle, and I'm still gonna be in this town. We're not gonna say what this town is. You better geoscope it, bitches. But yeah. Hopefully we'll keep it up, cause he's gonna leave soon. But Paul will definitely be in that seat.